Hi all, welcome to ServiceNow Training by LearnNow. In the last video, we have discussed about the on-change client script use cases. In this video, we are going to discuss about the on-submit use cases. We have three use cases for now. Block submission when mandatory fields are empty. Validate date before saving. Prevent form submission if required data is missing. So these three we are going to perform. Let's move to the instance. So this is my PDI and I have already opened an incident form. Let me reload. So if any mandatory field, let's suppose this is a short description, and if it is empty, you see it will throw an error like fill the mandatory fields. So this is like out of the box. We will perform like validation on date. So this is a created date field and this is a due date field. Due date is like expected like till when this incident is clear. Created is the when this incident is created. So we have a policy like due date cannot be in the past, like cannot be before the created date. A created date is 12, so due date cannot be 11, 10 and all. It should be in the future. So we need to perform a validation on that, and the client wants to be on submit. So we have created a client script. Due date cannot be in the past on incident table, and for all on submit we are going to write a code here to validate that. So let's first get the values from the form. So this is how we can get the values. I'll show you. If I save this and go to the form and refresh this form, if I save it again, it will show me the dates. You can confirm like this is the due date and this is the created date. It's same here. Now we need to check the difference. If the difference is like positive, then it's like good, like it's in future. But if the difference is negative, then it is in the past and we have to show the error. So for that we are going to use a server side function, that is date difference in glide system. This date difference will take the start date, the end date and the boolean numeric. Start date, like for us it is a created date. End date, it's a due date. And boolean is true because true means return the value in the format of seconds. Here if you see, it's an example like the date 1, date 2. They are taking the display value and then getting the difference and true. It will give you difference in seconds. So let's implement the same. We need to call the Client AJAX here. If you watch my previous videos, I have already explained how Glide AJAX work, what is the syntax, all those things. Okay, we are good. I'm using that XML answer because that will help me to avoid writing this long script. In script include, we are going to write our script. First, we need to get the parameters. So okay, now the difference gs dot date diff, and we need to provide the start date, that is created date, end date. True, because we want the values in second. And now the if condition, if difference is greater than 0, that means in the positive, like due date is in future, then return true. Else return false. So let's go through these two lines for getting the parameters from the client script. This is a date difference method of Glide system, providing the start date, end date, and true for the get result in second. If we get positive, that means due date is in future, return true, else return false. Let's save this and test it. If I refresh this form, on submit, the value is already there. Let me just save the form. It's returning me false. That means the value is in past, so it should not save the form. Okay, it's already saved, so we will go for 3rd December, and let's try to save it. False, it's not saved, I guess. Yeah, that was not saved. Okay, we can do one thing. We just clear the field if it is. Why written here? If it is true, then do nothing. If it is false, then g underscore form dot clear value, which field. So if it is written false, we are clearing the field so that the user can understand and populate that again. Let's take this as a 3 again. Okay, let us save the form. False. No value is getting cleared. Why? And the form is also not saved. Let's take a future date, 22. Okay, save, true. Still the form is not getting saved. Okay, maybe it's because of this return. We will return here, this inside the else. Submit, refresh. If I take 16, true. Okay, 16 is saved. Let's take a past date like 2nd of December. Save. False. And this is also saved. So it is not, the form is not waiting for the client script to return the value. Before that it is saving, because this return is not working here. I understand, like we got the alert, but before that it like try to save the form. And to confirm that, let's try it again. Save. It's already saved actually. Let's check to different value. Yeah, so the form is doing the same thing, like it's not waiting for the response. So for that we need to make some changes. uh, okay, what I am going to do is, if it returns true, then I am going to call this function and call the action, submit action, and save the form again. Otherwise I'll return the whole script, because the return false is not working inside the else. So let me just where get action. If what I am doing is, here I am trying to save the form again. If the scratchpad is form valid, this is a variable I have created here. Copy, paste. So I have declared this variable in the scratchpad false, and I'm returning here true when I get the value true to save the form. So let's make it copy, paste. Once I get the value true, I am just like making it true and calling this action, this submit action again. How? How to call the submit action? Okay, I have the code. You can just form submit. I'm again submitting the form with the same action, and let's format this, save this, refresh the form. If I take a past any, that is 4, it should clear and do not save the form. False, it is not clearing. Okay, okay. What could be the issue? Gscat pages form value. Ah, let's try now. If I make it in past, it should clear the value. What could be the issue? Here, remove this alert. Clear value. If I choose one, try to save. You see, the date is empty. And if I try to take 23, it's saved. So this is how you can use the onSubmit client script using Glide AJAX to validate the form fields, mandatory fields, compare dates, and please do take care of the spellings that I mistake. Please avoid that. Thank you. Please do like, subscribe my channel.